Hi ladies! Okay, I wanted to share with you a few tips as far as if you're having any lower back issues that are not related to any serious medical conditions, but maybe you just have a sore lower back or you feel like you keep always pulling it. And so it can be associated with one of two majority-wise, two things, and that being either one, you have really tight buttocks and hamstrings. So if your glutes are really tight and you don't stretch your hamstrings, that can actually hurt your lower back. And then secondly, your abdominal core, so your strength for your abs. And if your core is not strong enough, then that actually can also hurt your lower back because you're not supporting it. So I just wanted to share a few things with you today that you can do in order to help with decreasing that lower back pain. Number one, and the easiest around, when you feel like your lower back is starting to give, suck in your abs. Before your lower back starts to give, suck in your abs so that you are supporting it with your core strength. And then if you're not one to stretch very much or often, here's a few stretches that you can use when you are doing that. Okay, so I'm also going to talk about some core work once I get down there, but you're not going to see me, you're just going to see my back and legs. So, okay, here we go. Okay, so as far as stretches are concerned, you can cross one ankle over your knee, and then from there you can actually, if you're really tight in your lower back, you can stretch this here for a second, push your knee down towards the floor, and then from there you're going to grab your knee with your hands and then pull your leg towards your chest, your knee towards your chest. Okay, and then you're going to do that on the other side. Hold it. I hold it for longer. I'm not going to hold it for as long in this video. And pull it towards your chest. Okay. And then you can also do the same thing, but you can bring your knee to the opposite. So straighten your leg out, and then your knee you're going to bring to the opposite shoulder, and that also will help stretch out your bottom. Straighten your opposite leg and then bring your knee to your shoulder. Okay, and then there's the normal hamstring stretch where you put your legs out. You can do one leg at a time and stretch one at a time if you're super tight. And then when you're doing this, you want to really emphasize bringing your boobs, your chest to your knee instead of just folding over, because I can fold over and it's not stretching nearly as much as when I bring my chest to my knee. And you'll switch. I'm a little tight on my left side right now, which is why I thought of this and I'm sharing it. And bring your chest to your knee. You don't even have to go far. So if your back is flat, your back's gonna get more of a stretch, and also your knees or your hamstring is gonna get more of a stretch. And then another thing I really like to do when I used to teach Pilates is always think about your alignment. So like right now when I look at my leg, it's kind of folding off to my right leg is folding off to the right side. And so what I want to do is I want to bring my right knee up so it's up towards the ceiling instead of off to the right side. And then from there my toes should be straight up as well, and then from there lean forward. Okay, and then you can also come to the center, do the same thing. And here, it's so easy just to fold over, but you're getting more of a stretch in your upper back there. So really stick your chest out. You can grab your pants if you want. And then from there, if you have a yoga strap, that's really good too. Okay, and let me grab a band. I want to show you one more thing. So here's one more exercise that you can do to stretch your hamstring. So I hope you guys can see this. What you're going to do is you're going to put the band around your toes, and you want it to be so that your toes are actually covered. So you can push your toes into the band as well. And again, with this exercise, remember that as you're doing it, do you see how right now I'm pulling my foot back, but it's kind of to the side. So I want to make sure my foot is directly in line with my knee, okay, as I'm doing it, and not off to the side, because then I'm going to be stretching through the side of this ankle, and we want to also consider building those tendons to where they should be at. So I'm going to pull those toes back and keep it straight. From there, I'm going to turn so you guys can see me. One of my favorite stretches. Okay, so you lay down the opposite leg. You can bend it or you can keep it straight depending on your flexibility. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to stretch straight up. Okay, and all you need to do is keep your wrists straight, pull your elbows to the ground, and then from there you can bend your knee. And like I said with alignment, keep it nice in the line and straighten it up. So this is going to feel like it's working your hamstring, but it's really stretching it out. Okay, so I'm going to go through this series with you on my right leg. Stretch it up. And you can do it 5 or 6 times, until you feel like you're loosening up. Make sure your toes are staying nice and straight up and not off to the side either way. And then from there, I'm just fixing my band so it's going to stay over my toes still. From there, keep your back in a neutral posture. So you're not pushing your lower back into the ground. You're going to go ahead and keep it neutral so there's actually a little space under your back. Okay, you can activate your core, but you're really going to use your bands to keep your leg in alignment. And all you're going to do is you're going to lower your leg all the way down to the ground, my heel touched, and then I'm going to bring it back up. And as I bring it back up, I don't want you to fold into your back and push it down. Stay in your neutral spine. Okay, you don't have to even come up very far. Make sure your leg is staying straight. Okay, and then so you're going to do that one 5 to 6 times. Okay, and then from there, you can bring your leg down, and then you're not able to see it, but I'm just going to push it out along the ground and pull it up. So it's almost like I'm riding a bike, and I push my heel along the ground and up. Okay, same thing. And then after that, 5 or 6 times, we're going to go up backwards. So now I'm going to bring my leg straight down, drag my heel along the ground until it comes to my butt. And then from there, I stretch it up straight up into the sky. And stretch it straight up. Okay, and we're going to do that 5 to 6 times. You can actually do it as much as you want. From there, we're going to stretch your ankle and make sure we work our ankle and our toes a little bit. So we're actually going to press through. Make sure you guys can see. Okay, so you're going to press through the ball of your foot and then press through your toes. Back through the ball and then pull your toes towards your nose. Press through the ball, stretch your toes straight out and back. Scoot a little bit more, there we go. So I press through the ball with my foot and then I press my toes out and back. Okay, so we're going to work those toes and your ankles. Really just stretch out your feet too. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to do small circles, 5 to 6. When you're doing these circles, you don't want your back and your hips to be shaken, okay? You want your back in neutral spine, so again there's that small space behind under your back, and you just circle. Try and keep your legs straight. And then you do 6, and then you reverse. So you're going to bring it in, down, around, and up. These don't have to be big circles, but you're just really making sure you're stretching through your hips. Good. And I always like to bring it in and up a few more times. Or out. Okay, so that's a really good stretching series for your hamstrings, your hips, your legs, your ankles, and your toes. And I think I'm going to do some core work on a different video because this is already 10 minutes. So this is going to be a good, stretching workout if you're having lower back issues or if you're just really tight in your hamstrings. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, bye.